sooner. You should have done it when the foul happened. You should have walked over and said something. Don't wait till the play's over. And everybody's like kind of walked away.
First thing we look at is potential flagrant on DeRozan, and then we look at it for a hostile act.
So see him. Yep. So everybody gets tough when the security guards get in there. Iowa taking shots.
So this was the previous possession.
See the push right there. You got the push. And there's a foul right there. Dillon Brooks fouled Vooch twice.
And then Vooch, you saw him toss the ball away for the delay of game warning. Again, as we said, he did that purposefully.
Well, and then DeMar with the frustration foul on Jalen Green, saying, hey, if y'all not going to call fouls, how may you call a foul?
I don't know if there'll be double technicals here or technicals on maybe three players in this scrum. I'm not sure.
You can see how this game was going. It was going to get to this point at some point.
It's been physical all night.
It's been physical all night long. And this is where the officials, especially the younger ones, have to understand, like, you cannot let things escalate.
DeRozan got a little elbow on the chin of Dillon Brooks there on the turnaround. Boy, Debo's not playing that either. And again, Dillon Brooks is looking to be, as you talked about, as you know, an irritant, get after you mentally to try to take an advantage of you in certain capacity. And I think DeRozan might be lower on the list of guys who are susceptible to that in terms of getting Dillon Brooks into your own head.
Yeah, well, like I said, the officials got to take control of this game earlier.
Agreed.
The fouls that have not been called, people have been knocked on the floor, nothing's being called. What do you expect to happen? It's going to escalate. These guys are emotional players out on the floor.
Well, what was the word that we used to start the night? Desperate. These are two desperate teams. The Bulls don't have anything guaranteed to them, even in the 9th spot.
And what the crowd is excited about now is they thought DeMar threw an elbow.
He certainly made contact with his elbow in the chin.
He was turning to respond to being grabbed by Dillon Brooks. Dillon Brooks, lucky he didn't get a two-piece with a biscuit.
Well, I also look at Dillon Brooks' reaction to watching this. Like, he loves this stuff. This is what he wants. Yeah. He wants to be the guy. Look, he's smile on his face. That means I did my job. And I said this to you off the air, and I don't necessarily mean this in a bad way about Brooks. But Dillon Brooks is an ego player. When his ego is high and he feels good about himself, he plays like he's playing tonight, where he shoots lights out, plays hard defense, gets after you. No, he's earned his money, he's earned a spot, he's earned his right to be in this league, whether he's an irritant or not. But he's an ego player. When he feels it, he's going to let you know he feels good about himself.
See, had he not put his hands on DeMar, he wouldn't have caught an elbow to the face. Keep your hands to yourself, like they tell you in kindergarten. Keep your hands to yourself. Everybody let's walk to the bathroom. No one touch anything. Don't touch the wall. Don't hit your little neighbor.
I do remember that game.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And it's the same thing here. If you don't want repercussions, don't touch people.
Well, especially coming in late, you can't walk up from behind against somebody and just grab them.
There's a lot of emotion going on in this game. These are grown men.
Yep.
Just like we had that situation with John Collins in Utah on the West Coast trip. You know, you can't put your hands on people because guys take that, they're prideful.
Well, if they're taking this long, there might be a discussion about a flagrant 2, and a flagrant 2 would be an ejection for DeRozan. So that's a hard foul. And then I think this is, this action here, and then the fracas is going to lead to potentially a flagrant 2, which would take him out of the game.
That's incidental. That's incidental contact. And again, don't touch a player. You can say whatever you want to say. You can talk, but don't touch them. Especially after a heated moment like that. But this is a long time to decide what's going to happen here. But they've got to do a better job of getting these games under control, man, because this has been going on all year long. Teams have had to be separated.
Yep.
And, you don't want to see that. People want to see basketball games. This is not hockey. You don't want to see a hockey game out here where people
everybody gets excited when the fracas starts. But now what? Fans have been sitting around. We're sitting around. The players are sitting around cold for the last 5 minutes, and nobody wants this as part of the game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, again, the Bulls are making a little run here, and this kind of throws the momentum back to Houston when all is said and done.
Well, again, the big concern here is if DeRozan is no longer in this game. Because if he does get the flagrant 2 ejection,
I just can't see it. It may happen, but I just can't see it.
Let's see. Official about to make the call. Looks like Brent Varneke will make the call here. Or Curtis Blair, I beg your pardon.
I wish they'd hurry up.
Yeah, he's explaining it to the public address first. And then he's going to announce it here, and we should be able to hear this. You see Blair, 74. And he and Varneke, the veterans on this crew.
After review, we have a flagrant 2 on DeRozan. He will be ejected from the game. We also have a technical foul on Brooks. He will also be ejected from the game. And we have 1 shot for Chicago, 2 shots from Jalen Green, and Houston will take the ball out.
So 1 shot for the Bulls, 2 shots for Green. Both Brooks and DeRozan are out.
Well, to be honest with you, that hurts Houston a lot because Brooks was the only one that really had this offense going. It hurts the Bulls, but Brooks had 23 points. He was 10 of 13 from the field.
Oh, boy. DeRozan and Brooks both out. And Brooks with 23 tonight. Trying to rile up this Houston crowd. DeRozan will finish with 16 points.